This lesson is part 2 of class 9th for the subject of mathematics, which is being submitted to you on 30th November 2020. Students, now let us discuss about chord properties of a circle. Theorems are nothing but a given statement which we have to prove with the given information and by applying logic and maths on it. So, let us discuss theorem number 1 on circles. The first theorem is the straight line drawn from the center of a circle bisect the chord which is not a diameter is perpendicular to the chord. So this means a chord AB of a circle with center O, OM bisects the chord AB. Clear? Now we have to prove that OM is perpendicular to AB. So in construction, we will join OA and OB. Now children, you can see that we have two triangles, that is triangle OAM and triangle OBM. Now let us make these two triangles congruent. Now how they are congruent? The first condition is OA and OB both are radii. So they are equal to each other. Second is AM equal to MB, which is already given. And the third condition is OM is common. So by triple S congruency, the two triangles are congruent. Clear? Now students, since the triangles are congruent, therefore angle AMO, now you can see angle AMO is equal to angle OMB by CPCT. But we know that the sum of these two angles is 180. Why 180? Because they are lying on a straight line. So this means both the angles are of 90 degree each. So hence OM is perpendicular to AB. So this means the line from the center divides the chord into two equal parts. So it is perpendicular also. I hope it is clear to you. Now students, let's move to theorem number 2. Second theorem is converse of theorem 1. The perpendicular to a chord from the center of the circle of the center bisects the chord. That means, now let's see the same figure. Now what we have to do here is the perpendicular, here OM is perpendicular to the chord, here AB is the chord, from the center of the circle bisects the chord. So it bisects the chord into two equal parts. Now students, no need to do the proof of second theorem. Now the next theorem is theorem number 3. There is one and only one circle which passes through three given points. Clear? Here X, Y, Z are the three non-collinear points, that is, they are not on a straight line. Is it clear to everyone? I'll repeat. There is one and only one circle which passes through three given points, not in a straight line. Is it clear to everyone? Here also students, no need to do the proof of this theorem. Now next theorem is theorem number 4. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Students, this is very important theorem. See what is given here. AB and CD are the two chords of equal length. Clear? And what we have to prove? AB and CD are equidistant from the center. That is, we have to prove that OM is equal to ON. Clear? And OM and ON are perpendicular on the chords. Clear? Now, let us join OA and OC. Clear? Now students, we know that perpendicular, now this is perpendicular. Perpendicular from the center bisect the chord into two equal parts. Clear? Now, since AB and CD are equal, therefore half of AB and half of CD will also be equal. This means AM is equal to CN. Clear? Now, let us prove that the two triangles are congruent. That is, triangle OAM and OCN. Now students, AN equal to CN, we have proved just now. AO equal to OC, both are radius. And the third condition is angle M and angle N, both are 90 degree each. So, by RHS, the two triangles are congruent. Hence, OM equal to ON by CPCT. So, hence the theorem. I hope you understood now. So, students, remember, equal chords are equidistant from the center of the circle. Now see theorem number 5, which is actually the converse of theorem number 4. It is chords of a circle that are equidistant from the center are equal. Here also the proof is not required. I hope students you all have understood the theorems. Now let us discuss example 5 at page number 13.7 of your textbook. So all of you please open your book. So example number 5 is a chord of length 24 centimeter is at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center of the circle. Find the length of the chord of the same circle which is at a distance of 12 centimeter from the center. Now let us draw a diagram. Now you can see in the circle AB and CD are the two chords. Clear? Where AB is 24 centimeter and the distance from the center to AB is 5 centimeter. That is the perpendicular distance. and the distance from the center to another chord, that is CD, is 12 centimeter. Now students, here we know that perpendicular from the center divide the chord into two equal parts. Therefore, AP will be 12, that is half of 24 centimeter. Clear? Now, in order to find the radius, let us apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle APO. Now see, in triangle APO, AO square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to AP square plus OP square. Now let us substitute the values. So we will get AO as 13 centimeter. That is the radius of the circle. So this means CO is also 13 centimeter. Now students, let us consider this triangle COQ. In this triangle COQ, let us again apply Pythagoras theorem. Now you can see that OQ is 12 centimeter, CO is radius, which is 13 centimeter. So let us find QC. So again, after applying Pythagoras theorem, we have got CQ as 5 centimeter. Now since CQ is 5, CD will be twice of it, that is 10 centimeter. So therefore, length of CD is 10 centimeter. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Now let us discuss example number 7 on the next page. See, example is, in a circle of radius 5 centimeter, AB and CD are two parallel chords of length 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter respectively. Calculate the distance between the chords if they are on the same side of the center and opposite side of the center. Students, this is very important example here. Now let us discuss both the parts one by one. Now you can see there are two figures. In the first figure, the two chords are on the same side, and in the second figure, the two chords are on the opposite side of the center. Clear? Now, AB and CD are two parallel chords of length 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Let the perpendicular from O to AB and CD meet at P and Q respectively. Clear? Now this applies for both the figures. Now students, let us find the value of OP in the first figure. Now you can see here in right angle triangle OPA. Now OPA is a right angle triangle where AC is radius and AP is half of AB. Clear? So what is OA? That is 5 centimeter. The radius is already given. And what is AP? AP is half of AB. Here AB is given us as 8 centimeter. So AP will become 4 centimeter. So again, by applying Pythagoras theorem, OP is root 9, that is equal to 3 centimeter. Clear? Now similarly, let us apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle OQC. Now you can see in triangle OQC, OC is again the radius, which is 5 centimeter, and CQ is half of CD. Now what is CD given to us? CD is 6 centimeter. So CQ will be 3 centimeter. So therefore, by applying Pythagoras theorem, OQ will be 4 centimeter. Students, here you need to show the steps for this calculation. Clear? Now for the first part, the same side of the center. Here in figure 1, the chords are on the same side of the center. And what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the distance between the chords. Clear? So here in figure number 1, the distance is QP, or you can say PQ. So PQ will be equal to OQ minus OP. That is 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1 centimeter. Clear? Now let us discuss second figure. Here also we will use the same values, that is OP and OQ, where OP is 3 centimeter and OQ is 4 centimeter. Now children, in the second diagram, instead of subtracting, we are going to add the two. Clear? Because this is the only distance between AB and CD. So the perpendicular distance is 4 plus 3, that is 7 centimeter. I hope you all have understood. Now students, let us move to page number 8 of your assignment. Now your next theorem is theorem number 6, which is based on arcs and chords properties of a circle. So here the statement is in equal circles or in the same circle. That means either you have two different circles, or we can take the two arcs in the same circle. If two arcs subtend equal angles at the center, they are equal. This means if angle APB is equal to angle CQD, then arc AB and arc CD are also equal to each other. Clear? And conversely, if two arcs of equal circles or in the same circle are equal, they subtend equal angles at the center. Clear? This means if the arcs are equal, then angles at the center are also equal, and vice versa. If the angle at the center are equal, then the arcs are also equal. Clear? Now let us move to theorem number 7 at page number 8. Students, this is theorem number 7 of your book, which is at page number 7 in your assignment. It is in equal circles or in the same circle, equal chords cut off equal arcs. Clear? So what is given? If AB and PQ are two chords of equal length, then arc AB and arc PQ will also be equal. That we have to prove. So let us join AO and BO, and similarly O-P and O-Q. Now let us make the two triangles congruent. Now how they are congruent? We can see that OA and O-P both are equal, because they are radii of equal circles. Similarly, OB and O''Q also equal. Now, AB is equal to PQ. It is given. So, by SSS property, the two triangles are congruent. Now, since the triangles are congruent, therefore, angle AOB is equal to angle PO''Q. Now, since the angles are equal, therefore, the arcs are also equal. Clear? This we have discussed in the previous theorem. That is theorem number 6. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now, conversely, in equal circles or in the same circle, if two arcs are equal, then their chords are also equal. So, this means if arc AB is equal to PQ. Now, you can see in the diagram, if the two arcs are equal, then chords are also equal. Clear? So, in the same circle or of equal circles, equal chords subtends equal angles at the center of the circle and equal angles at the center make equal chords. This means if chords are equal, then the angle at the center also equal and their arcs are also equal. I hope it is clear. Now, hope all of you have understood the topic of circles. So, all of you are required to solve the following questions. Now, children, first exercise, no need to do. We directly start with exercise 13.2. So, question number 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11, 12, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 31. All these questions you can try in your register. Students, all the questions which are crossed, no need to do them. Clear? With this, I conclude this interactive session. Thank you everyone.